Hello, my name is Jose Duran. Don't you just hate the idea of being assigned a group project and doing it completely by yourself? It just defeats the whole purpose of the group project being together as a cohesive unit. This topic is relevant to students who have been assigned a group project by a teacher, and out of the whole group, only one ended up doing all the work. In this speech, I'll be focusing on why teachers should stop assigning group projects to students. The reason why I believe teachers should stop assigning group projects to students is because there is a lack of communication and group mates relying on others to complete the whole project. What's worse than being assigned a group project is that being assigned to a classmate who you have no connections towards. The first problem with the group projects is the lack of communication. In the article, The Case Against Group Projects, What Parents and Teachers Can Learn from Them by Rebecca Jackson, long story short, it is said that a student named Hank was assigned a group project by the teacher. And when the date it was due, Hank had turned in his project and it was completely finished. On the day the grades were revealed of the project, Hank had received a C overall for his project. With this, Hank was confused and angry on why his grade was an overall C. With this, he had confronted his classmate asking what had happened. His classmate had responded that he had only completed half of the work that he was assigned to. As you can see, there was a lack of communication throughout the whole project time. They could have easily asked each other their progress throughout class hours, but they had not, and it obviously took a turn for the worst. I believe that if teachers want to assign group work, that each student should be graded on individually and not as a cohesive unit. And Hank had also believed this idea, but the teacher had responded with no, that's not how it works, because if I'm assigning a group project, then the group project should be graded on as a group. In the article, How Poor Communication Can Have an Impact on Your Project by Laura Parquet, it is said that when communicating to members, the team leader may fail to explicitly state what the role of the team member is. In this case, lack of proper communication can cause confusion and unnecessary delays. Students may only have a few minutes or hours to communicate with each other in class hours, which can easily cause disruptions in the class project. With the confusion, it can not only have a major effect on the project, but it can have a major effect overall on your grade, such as going from an A to all the way down to a D, because there have been cases in which teachers usually assign a project in the syllabus, and with this project, it is sometimes up to 40% of the grade. With this, if you fail, you can easily fail the whole entire class. There are students who put their best effort into the assignments so they can receive a good grade, and there are other students who rely on others to get a good grade. The second problem with group projects is group mates relying on others to complete their assignments. In the article, Teachers Should Not Assign Group Projects by Sophia LeCoureux, she states those who work and put their best effort into their assignments are almost the ones dissatisfied with the grade, while those who put no effort into contributing their project, they're usually left the ones most satisfying. Do you see the problem in this? It is that the problem in the students who plan to rely on the others usually end up winning because they don't do the work and rely on the others. What is the whole point of doing a group project if you do not learn a single thing about the whole lesson? It just ends up not working in the end. It is also said in the previous article, mentioned The Case Against Group Projects, What Teachers and Parents Can Learn from Them by Rebecca Johnson. It is said that the teachers, that's the whole point of the project, Hank, learning how to work with another person to produce a unified result. Each member is responsible for the success of the project. I believe what the teacher was said was true, but only in the aspect of that skill of communicating. In a school environment, each student's grade should be based solely on what they do, not on what the other students do during that group project. It just defeats the whole purpose of your grade, and not it's not my grade and the other student's grade. Given the problems that are within the group projects, others may believe that there is an important aspect to have on oneself. People who oppose this topic, may oppose this topic because some group projects assigned by teachers allow you to select the students in your group. In the article, Group Project, Taking Turns Working with Friends May Improve Grades by Eric Eckmark, it is said, now a University of Washington-led study of college students have found the social dynamics of a group, such as whether one person dominates the conversation or whether students with a friend affect academic performance. Put simply, the more comfortable students are within their groups, so with friends, they can easily get a good grade and succeed in the classroom and the group project. Although you are being given the option to choose your group, there can still be downsides to choosing whether you want to be with the other friends in the group. For my refutation, although you can choose your group, there are still a few downsides to it. For starters, if you choose your group of friends, there can be a possibility that you guys goof off and slack off, which the end result means that you guys won't get nothing done. Next, there are some students who strategically choose smarter students because the smarter student ends up doing all the work while the other either does little to no work, which can be a huge problem. Finally, it's a disadvantage to students who are usually timid or have no connections to the classroom, not allowing them to choose a group of students because they aren't comfortable with them. In conclusion, the problem with group projects is the lack of communication and group mates relying on others to complete their work. Teachers should stop assigning group projects overall, if possible, because it makes learning difficult, but communicating with other students. If teachers decide to keep group projects, that is okay, but please try and grade each student individually on what they do, not what other students in that group didn't do. And thank you.